Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. On behalf of Holt Construction, welcome to our series, Get to Work on Terminal 8, the strategic programming we have created in partnership with American Airlines to engage, inform, and hire certified MWBEs, LBEs, and members of Queens community interested in working on the JFK Terminal 8 expansion. My name is Chris Asara, and I serve as president of Holt Construction, a family-owned and operated full-service construction management and general contracting firm. If you have never worked with Holt before, you should know that when it comes to diversity and inclusion, our commitment is built from the top down and from the inside out. We have taken on the JFK Terminal 8 expansion like all of our other projects, and that includes creating a tailored, unique, and comprehensive diversity plan. I'm excited to kick off today's session, and I hope you find the information engaging and informative. On behalf of Holt, I want to thank all of you for taking the time to join us, and I look forward to connecting and working with you. Now it is my pleasure to welcome our project partner and familiar face to this project, Sade Olapeckin-Lewis, Regional Director of Government and Airport Affairs at American Airlines Terminal 8.
Hello, everyone. On behalf of American Airlines and the John F. Kennedy International Airport Terminal 8 expansion, welcome to today's Get to Work session. My name is Sade Olapeckin-Lewis, and I serve as the Regional Director of Government and Airport Affairs at American Airlines. JFK is getting ready to welcome a new American Airlines Terminal 8. The project will improve the overall customer experience with a total of 70,400 square feet of added space, including 33,000 square feet of public space. Another 57,500 square feet of existing space will be refurbished. The new Terminal 8, American Airlines and Holt Construction are committed to engaging, preparing, and hiring certified minority and women-owned business enterprises, MWBEs, local business enterprises, LBEs, and construction workers for the project. This series of programming entitled Get Ready to Work at Terminal 8 has been strategically designed for certified firms and the local community workforce who would like to work on the JFK Terminal 8 expansion. Sessions will begin in January of 2021 to help you open gates to contracts, jobs, and information. I want to sincerely thank you for taking time out of your busy day to attend today's session. As a small business owner, we know you have a lot on your plate, and we will be respectful of your time today. Today's program is called Get Pre-Qualified, your first step to getting a contract. Any company wishing to work on the JFK Terminal 8 expansion needs to be pre-qualified. Today, we will take you through this process step by step. You'll have the opportunity to ask questions and determine which documents you have or might be missing. This is your first step to bidding on a contract. Thank you for joining today's session. We hope you find the information helpful.
Welcome, and thank you for joining us to learn about our pre-qualification process. I want to remind everyone that once your pre-qualification application is complete and approved, you are not only able to bid on the Terminal 8 project, but you are pre-qualified with Holt Construction in general. So you will receive opportunities for any market sector that you are able to work in. Now I would like to welcome two people that are integral in the navigation and success of our pre-qualification process. Rebecca Klevenoff, our in-house legal counsel, and Jessica Rondash, our technology and business systems manager.
Thank you, Alex. So why pre-qualify with Holt? Holt's pre-qualification process is designed to assure Holt that each firm that we hire has what it takes to get our jobs done the right way. This includes the requisite skill set, adequate staffing, years of experience, the right insurance coverage, appropriate licenses and accreditations, sufficient financials, and no legal or safety concerns. So which documents do you need to complete the pre-qualification process with Holt? First of all, we need a copy of your W-9. We need copies of any licenses or certifications that your firm has. We need a copy of your safety program, and that is only if you will be on site at any point during the duration of the project. If you're a firm that's going to be exclusively off-site in your own facility, then we do not need a copy of your safety program. We also need a copy of your insurance agent's EMR verification letter, your firm's OSHA compliant injury and illness prevention policy manual. And we would like you to please make sure that it includes an infectious disease control section. A copy of your company's insurance policies, as well as a sample certificate of insurance showing your company's limits. We also need a copy of your last CPA prepared financial statement. And finally, a copy of a litigation log for your firm, providing a description of each lawsuit that your company has been a party to for the last 5 years. And this should include the status of the litigation and the dollar value in dispute. And we'd like to note that our team runs checks on all the court websites to verify the data that's provided in the litigation log. So please make sure that you are attaching a complete and thorough log. And now I'm going to turn it over to our Technology and Business Systems Manager, Jessica Rondash, for an overview of the pre-qualification process.
Thank you, Rebecca. So now I'm going to go through what is actually needed to fill out and upload the pre-qualification application. So once we send you a link to fill out the pre-qual, it will take you to a website called Building Connected. If you're already a user with Building Connected, you're just going to log in and start the pre-qual. If you've never used it before, you're just going to sign up with your name and your company information. And once you do that, you'll see the pre-qualification for Holt Construction. And basically, you're going to go through all the different sections that are in here and fill out all the relevant information and upload any necessary documentation. It's going to default to giving you the office name and location, address, and phone number that you entered when you set up Building Connected. You have the opportunity to add more locations if your company has more than one location. Then you're going to choose your business type, whether you're a subcontractor, a consultant, an architect, engineer, etc. You're going to choose your labor type, which could be union, non-union, or prevailing wages. And then you're going to, and then you're going to choose the work performed. So whether you're an electrical trade, whether you're an HVAC trade, you're going to choose whatever type of trade your company performs. The next thing you're going to fill out is your corporation type. So whether you're a C Corp, an S Corp, an LLC, or any other type of incorporation, you're going to put the state you were incorporated and the year of your incorporation. If your company has done business under another name, you're going to write that information out there. And if your company is owned or controlled by a parent corporation, you'll list the parent corporation you're associated with. Next, you're going to list out the owners and officers of your company, their names, their email, and their phone number. If you are badged and authorized to work at any airports, you're going to list the airports that you're badged at. And if your company is approved to work at either a Brookfield, CBRE, Port Authority, Tishman Speyer, or Vornado building, you're going to list which ones you're approved to work at. And then finally, in the company profile section, you're going to list the number of employees your company has. The next section in certifications or licenses, the first thing you're going to do is list any type of certification your business has. So it could be an MBE, WBE, SBE, or other types of certified business enterprises. You're going to list the type, the certifying agency, and your vendor ID through that certification. And with the MWBE, SBE, or any other type of enterprise, you're going to upload the accompanying documentation to prove that you are certified with that business entity. The next section is the health and safety section, where you're going to put information about your safety program, about your safety officers and departments. So first, you're going to attach a copy of your safety program. You're going to list the people involved in your safety department. So you're going to list their names, their email, and their phone numbers. You're going to provide your workers' compensation experience modification rate, so that's your EMR, for the last few years. So for 2017 to 2020, if it's available. And you're also going to attach your agent's EMR verification letter. If your company has any OSHA citations or job site fatalities within the last 5 years, you're going to list that information. And if you have any accompanying documents to go along with that, you'll upload that. You're going to list if all of your workers are OSHA trained. If they're not, you're just going to explain why. You're going to denote if your competent person has 5 years of experience in OSHA 30, and if they don't, you'll explain why. If you don't have a safety officer or department, you're just going to list the person that oversees your safety policy. And then finally, you're going to upload a copy of your company's OSHA compliant injury and illness prevention policy manual, which includes this infectious disease section that addresses your company's COVID-19 protocol. Okay, the next section is insurance and surety. So here you're going to list your total bonding capacity and your bonding capacity per project. Then for your insurance limits, you're going to list your general liability insurance, your umbrella insurance, your workers' compensation, and your automobile. You're going to list all of the limits for your insurance in those categories. And then you're going to upload a copy of your sample insurance certification. Next is the financial section. Here you'll start with listing your federal tax ID number, and you'll upload a copy of your latest W-9 form. You're going to list a couple of banking references. So you're going to list the company name, the branch address, the phone number, and the email of your contact at the bank. Then you're going to fill in your Dun and Bradstreet number. You're going to list your line of credit limit and also what currently available line of credit you have. You're going to attach a copy of your latest CPA Then you're going to attach a copy of your latest CPA prepared financial statement. If you do not have a CPA prepared financial statement, you're going to list out your last year's revenue, your last year's net profit, your current assets, your total assets, your current liabilities, and your total liabilities equity. The next section is about your work experience. So we want at least 3 major projects that your company currently has under contract, but you have the ability to list more if you'd like. We're looking for the project name, the client, the contract value, and the expected completion date of the project. Next, in the legal section, you're going to list if your company has had any safety or environmental related citations from authorities in the last 3 years. And if you have, it gives you an opportunity to explain. You're going to denote if your firm has ever been assessed for liquidated damages on a project. If your company or any of its owners, officers, or major stakeholders have been involved in litigation, arbitration, mediation, or alternative dispute resolution in the last 5 years. And if so, you're going to attach a copy of the detailed log of any litigation you've had. You're going to list if your company or any of its principals have ever petitioned for bankruptcy, defaulted, or been terminated for cause on a contract awarded within the last 10 years. You're going to mark if your company has had any licenses suspended or revoked, if your company has any outstanding, unsatisfied, or unresolved judgments or claims against it, if your company has any payment or performance bond claims assessed against it, and you're also going to just verify that you understand you're filling out all this information, but Holt is also going to run searches verifying your litigation and claims history. So failure to disclose any claims or litigation in the past 5 years will automatically result in your application being rejected. So you're just going to note if you agree that you're providing Holt with all the proper information on your legal history. The final section, you have the opportunity to just add a note if there's any additional information you would feel would help Holt determine your company's qualifications. And the final thing you're going to do is you're going to upload a copy of our signed master agreement. Within the application, there's a link to go and download a copy of our master agreement. For the JFK T8 project, you're going to download the New York master agreement. You're going to read through that, sign it, and then you're going to upload a copy of the signed document into the application. And then finally, you're going to end by signing your full name, your title, and your date and hitting submit. Once you do that, the application will come to us and we'll review it internally. And if we have any questions or we need any type of more understanding on anything you entered, we'll reach out to you directly. Once you submit your application, it will come to us to review. If you have any questions concerning your application or concerning documentation you have to upload, you can email us at jfkt8@holtcc.com and someone will get back to you to answer any questions you have. And now I'm going to kick it back to Alex, who's going to go over some frequently asked questions we have about our pre-qualification process.
Thanks, Jessica. And now we'll go through some commonly asked questions of our pre-qualification process. What should you do if you don't have the right documents available? Rebecca, would you like to answer that one?
Yeah. So you should wait to apply until you make sure that you have all of the required documentation readily available. You should take steps in advance to speak with your insurance broker, your accountant, your site safety manager, your counsel, any other third parties that you need to acquire these documents from, you should get the ball rolling and reach out to them now so you can gather all of that documentation. If you apply without providing the required documentation, it's going to result in delays in processing your application and ultimately could result in a rejection of your application, meaning that you're not eligible to work with us on the T8 project or any future projects.
Thank you, Rebecca. That was great. And Jessica, how do you access technical assistance if there is a problem with one of our systems?
Sure. So if you're having technical issues, you have two options. You can either email the support of Building Connected directly, which is support@buildingconnected.com, or you can also always reach out to the JFK T8@holtcc.com email, and one of us will help you and get you in touch with the right person to resolve your technical issue.
Thank you, Jessica. And thank you, Rebecca, again. And thank you all for attending today. And now I'm going to go through some quick opportunities that are up and coming at the Terminal 8 project. First opportunity is the head house expansion, 30-foot bump out, exterior closure, and interior packages. Within this bid, we have HVAC valued at $500,000 to $750,000. We have electrical, which is the first floor scope of work, which is $1 to $1.5 million. We have painting. Painting is $100,000 to $150,000. Then we have all finishes. These are all the interiors, valued at $1.25 million to $1.5 million. With the finishes, that encompasses the following scopes of work: millwork, terrazzo, flooring, feature walls, ornamental metal and glass, signage, and toilet partitions. The next available opportunity is the 60-foot B concourse expansion, the exterior enclosure and interior finishes. Within this parcel is carpentry, valued at $600,000 to $700,000, HVAC, valued at $750,000 to $600,000, flooring, which is valued at $100,000 to $125,000, plumbing work, which is valued at $100,000 to $120,000, painting, which is valued at $40,000 to $60,000, millwork, valued at $120,000 to $140,000, glass and glazing, valued at $60,000 to $80,000, electrical scope, valued at $300,000 to $500,000, and a labor package, valued at $150,000 to $250,000. The third opportunity currently available is Concourse C, Gate 31 and 32 upgauge. Within this opportunity is Site and Civil, valued at $750,000 to $1 million. Piles, valued at $250,000 to $500,000. Concrete work, valued at $500,000 to $750,000. Structural steel, valued at $750,000 to $1 million. Masonry, valued at $250,000 to $500,000. Roofing, valued at $250,000 to $500,000. Exterior wall panels, valued at $2 to $2.5 million. And again, an interiors package valued at $2 million to $2.5 million. Within the interior scope of work encompasses the following: carpentry, plumbing, sprinkler, HVAC, electrical, painting and wall coverings, flooring, millwork, ornamental metal and glass, signage, and toilet partitions. And those are all of the current opportunities. Please make sure you keep checking back to see more opportunities for the project. If you have any questions regarding anything stated today, please make sure that you email us at jfkt8@holtcc.com, and we would be happy to answer any of your questions. And now I'd like to have a Q&A for everyone that's joined today so that you could ask additional questions.